Put me in, coach.
All right. And here we are at the 9 o'clock position on Shatter Temple. That is Liquid Sheth. He is spawning as our Blue Zerg player. Of course, okay, every player has switched colors this game. We've not had the same 2 colors yet. Actually, one player has not kept the same color for the 2 games, so just trying to annoy me as much as possible. Thank you very much, Sean. His opponent over here at the 3 o'clock position is Fnatic MSI's Rain. So Rain deciding that they want to try and take down Sheth right away and get him out of here by throwing up probably the best player at the moment.
Yeah, you know, we do see them throw Rain in when things start to get a little shaky.
Yeah.
And, you know, Sheth had a very dominant performance in that game.
He really did.
Looking really solid. And yeah, why not? I think it's time to throw out Rain. Sheth is definitely a player that would warrant throwing out Rain, and Rain is certainly capable of beating him. So we'll just have to see how they both match up today.
Yeah, certainly. And it depends on... I mean, okay, let's be honest. We are talking about Rain. The question is going to be how cheesy does he really want to be? He is known for his very strong 1-base plays, his very strong 2-base plays, even in some circumstances, even just right out early game all-ins. And he... Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We've seen him play some very, very good macro games lately. Yes. But he has found a lot of his success on timings.
And not only that, he loves his 2-base timings as well. He will stay on 2-base against Zerg in like a 25-minute game easily.
Yeah, I've seen it. And he'll pull SAVs like each of the subsequent attacks.
Yeah. I mean, it's a style that works. He pulls like 3 or 4 SCVs to build bunkers. He really loves to build a few additional production facilities. A lot of times on 2-base, you'll see a Terran working off of 4 Raxes, a factory, and a port. 3 reactors, a reactor on the port, tech lab on the factory, 1 tech lab Rax engineering bay. Sometimes he'll go up to 2 fact, 5 racks off 2 base, really just power out the siege tanks, and he'll go for that hard-hitting 2-base timing push and try and just take a Zerg out right there.
Yeah, and I've seen that exact push with about 15 SCVs trailing behind as well sometimes.
There you go.
So, yeah. And, of course, if Sheth makes 3 Banelings, that all kind of comes to an end. But nonetheless, let's see what Sheth's going to be up to. We do have gas coming up that is going to be a little bit... Oh, that may just be used for supplies. You want to get out that queen as soon as possible? Not really sure. Looks like the hatch may... the extractor may actually finish, though. Rain gets in, was denying mining for a little while. Gets away with his cute little prize of a few minerals, bringing that home. Nice job. Whoops, wrong button there. And here we go. A couple of Marines already making their way out. Not terribly surprised at all to see this. Just trying to get Sheth to pull a few drones off the line or maybe overcommit to a couple too many lings.
I doubt Sheth is going to fall for it, though. He's probably just building his 4 standard lings right now. Actually, just added a few more. I might be a little worried here. He could potentially lose some drones. Sheth going to have to pull those drones off the line. Will he loses 1? And no more will go down. The lings are joining the party here. And actually, he might lose an additional drone. Nope. He's going to be able to get rid of those Marines with the additional lings here now coming out. He's also going to get a Spine Crawler. It looks like he's worried about the Hellion follow-up or perhaps some additional Marines. Yeah,
pretty standard, though. So, and he's going to be pretty well defended against whatever runs his way. And as you mentioned before, it looks like it is indeed going to be Hellions. Tech Lab already going down on the barracks, so we'll be able to upgrade or add another factory in a bit if he wants to. But he is adding that second base. He's got a good bit of gas saved up, so we may see some quick technology coming out of him here in a bit.
Yeah, this build right now, very reminiscent of the Slayer's build. No starport just yet. Yeah, it looks like he's going to swap those over.
Yeah.
Probably get Blue Flame, or he might just go straight into tank production. Depends on the play style and what he's looking to do here. And just judging from the fact that we don't see any Blue Flame yet, I think he's... Yeah, there's our first tank in production, so he's going to be going with tanks. First 2 Hellions out are just for control on the map, and then... Also, attack your own Hellion. Attack your own Hellion.
It's one shot.
Attack your own Hellion.
He was waiting to do it. He had the Hellion in position. Of course, for those of you who don't know, you can attack your own Hellion and actually take out creep tumors as they sit underground. So he was set up with his Hellions in position to do it. Decided
the only player I think that we've seen do that is Pole Prime.
Yeah. And he's done it pretty good success as well.
Amazing. I think we saw him do it 3 or 4 times in the same game on Caldera Malta.
Yeah, he had like a pack of 4 Blue Flame Hellions and was just cycling his Hellions out, so neither of them took too much damage, which is incredibly multitasking for the gain you get for it. But
and it's super smart.
It really is.
Haven't seen any other players really do that. When you get a creep tumor super low and it recloaks, third macro CC here. Both Hellions will get taken out, so Sheth will take map dominance back from Rain. Rain now adding his third command center here, so he's gonna go into macro mode here, try and take a quick third. And I like the defensive tank. Siege mode now on the way. Just gonna go Marine tank. He'll be safe to any kind of an all-in. Yeah, Sheth actually building quite a few Lings, in addition to what he already has out on the field. So he has a pack of Lings.
Let's see, actually, how many does he have on the field?
26
26. Yeah, he's going to be able to take his gold here pretty quick, and probably take his 4th up the top left-hand corner if he wants to, especially when he gets wind of the macro hatch.
That's a lot of drones that he could have, though.
Yeah, certainly.
It looks like Sheth worried about some kind of, we mentioned Rain's playstyle earlier. He's capable of a lot. So I think Sheth just playing extra conservative, building all those extra Lings, but that's going to hurt him a little bit in this game because obviously Rain went down the path of a super fast third orbital. So he's going for pure macro here, and Sheth is playing defensive style. He's worried about some kind of a push here.
And Sheth going to test the waters and just take map control at the moment, starting to pull off individual Lings. And even going to check this gold. Doesn't see anything. We'll check the bottom right-hand corner for a third. Not going to see anything there as well, despite the fact that we know that there is a third CC up, but this has not been utilized at the moment. There, finally, a couple of SCVs are queued up. But Rain actually setting up for some pretty good production here in a bit. Sheth is going to take that gold, though, and that is going to pay dividends for him here in a second.
Yeah, if he can get that gold up without a hitch, he should be in a great position. He also needs to clear those rocks out so he can eventually take his natural third in the top left-hand corner. That's going to be his 4th in this game, and it's going to be a relatively safe 4th at that. Now, looks like we have Rain just trying to go straight for the gold here. He's already working it down with the tank. He's slowly starting to work his way out towards the midfield and get his tank line going. And I like the defensive position here from Rain so far. Thus far, looks pretty solid. He's got 1 tank on the high ground, 1 tank on the low ground, and covering the tank that's working on the gold. I really like it to see.
Yeah, for the amount of units he has, he's extremely well defended and well spread out, so he's not going to receive a lot of splash damage or anything like that. We do have an infestation pit with pathogen glands just being started, and that is revealed. Timely scan sees the second evolution chamber coming up and the infestation pit that is working on an upgrade at the moment. So Sheth finishes taking down these rocks here in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll see how quickly he gets a read on this planetary fortress that's being established over here at the gold.
Yep, as soon as Sheth figures that out, I'm not sure exactly what his response will be. We do have turrets going up for Rain. It looks like
worried about mutas.
He's worried about mutas, but Sheth clearly not going with that style. Does have pathogen glands about to finish, and 3 infestors are hopefully going to pop out right after that upgrade finishes. I don't know if that timed out perfectly, and yes, it did.
And Sheth actually has got a lot of worker kills there. Actually want to take a look at workers killed. 7 of them. They were all sitting on the gold and stopped a mule for a good period of time as well. Inflicted a little bit of damage on the planetary fortress from the splash of the tanks. So not a bad little run by there. Well worth the resources to both scout that and kill the workers. And now has a pretty good infestor composition coming up at his over on his side of things, even continuing that creep spread way out to the middle of the map.
Now, let's take a look at Rain's infrastructure here. How hard is he building up? We have second factory. He's working off of 5 Raxes right now as well. Single engineering bay, it looks like.
Yeah, I believe so. No armory down either.
As of now. Okay, so super standard game here out of Rain. Definitely not the everyday Rain game. And it looks like he's going to be okay with transitioning into a super late game macro game with Sheth here.
Yeah, Sheth we were watching him before overcommit to Lings, I think, a little bit, just based on the reputation of Rain, and I really love what Rain's doing. Oh my god, these infestors may catch. No, they were spending all of their energy. It looks like they were queued up to drop down.
I don't think that was worth it at all.
And unfortunately, he lost all that energy where he could have just dropped down 2 fungals and a couple of infested Terrans and actually taken out that drop.
Yeah. This drop will, however, get shut down either way.
Yeah. certainly.
Oh, is he going to fungal here?
He's
No.
good. Very soon. Please do it. Nah, looks like Rain's going to have to get away, though. Just the one fungal's not going to be enough, so Infestor won't be able to take it down. But Sheth does put an end to that drop. Looks like another one going here over at the 12 o'clock position. He's going to have to cancel that, or it looks like he's just going to try and get a bunch of lings up there, and does cancel it at the very last second.
Ooh, great positioning there from Rain. I'm surprised he didn't actually fight that out a little bit more. He's just taking pod shots now at all these lings. They will get up there and take out these Marines. And now that he has 2 Infestors there, he could potentially kill that dropship.
Yeah, and you were talking about forcing all those units to that little choke point and continuing to engage. Those Marines would have been very cost-effective there. And unfortunately not doing any more damage. Where did that dropship end up going to, though? Is it hanging out to the south? Not sure where Rain has that. May have already scooted back home for the time being. But Sheth's still going through these rocks on the right-hand side, opening himself up another attack path. Looks like that medevac did manage to make itself back, so Rain going to go into full-on harassment mode while he gets his big force of siege tanks running through. And these Earthlings are getting in and trying to do a little bit of damage.
Rain just playing so standard right now.
Yeah, really
he hasn't done a single bit of pressure, no timing pushes. He's just trying to macro his way to victory here. And, you know, against Zerg, I don't know if that's the best style to play. It can be very difficult in the late game. You want to hit multiple timing pushes throughout the game, and you know, Sheth is aware of these drops. He's doing a great job shutting them down. Here we see him denying another drop and then denying some additional gas mining time here at the gold. But what you want to do is hit timing pushes and force the Zerg to be constantly producing units that he doesn't want to produce. And
certainly.
Sheth has been free to sit back and drone to his little heart's content.
Yeah. And he
His
did
big
have
heart, rather, should I say.
his very, very large heart, yes indeed. Looks like he's going to go after the planetary fortress, at least try to take out a lot of units there. He's losing a couple of investors in the process, and this planetary fortress wasn't taking a lot of damage initially, but now these Earthlings are starting to do some real damage. Just make it on fire, but unfortunately, that planetary fortress is going to stay up. There is a battle going on in the top left-hand corner. Rain sieges up, but not quite in time to save all of his siege tanks. There's only a little group of Marines left, and if any investors pop up, they'll be able to drop down a couple of fungal growths and put an end to their lives.
He should be able to deny this base at the very least, though, and there you see Rain splitting up his forces, trying to deny other bases potentially. Is there a way for him to keep these Marines alive? I don't know. He might be able to bring some medevacs over, or he might bring in some reinforcements and try and keep this push going. It looks like Sheth is actually preoccupied with him potentially breaking down the rocks. He sent almost all of his Zerglings over there.
Yeah.
Now here we have a drop going over to the top left-hand corner. Zerglings running everywhere for Sheth right now. He's just scrambling to deal with this. But I think he has enough.
Yeah, and he's going to be pretty well prepared for these units that are dropping in here at the top left-hand corner. And Friendly Ping says, another drop coming through. Thank you again, Mysterious Spectator U. And the medevac is eventually going to fall. Now, it looks like he's not expending another fungal growth on it. Spinecrawler's the only thing taking damage. And with those fungal growths now, this drop is going to have an input to it as well. Not even the Spinecrawler falling. That was a lot of resources that were lost there for Rain.
Yep. Rain not even really healthfully on the gold. I mean, he's been mostly muling there. He's not mining gas there anymore. He doesn't have bottom right going. Sheth, you know, sitting on a pretty healthy economy right now. If Sheth can win a big fight here and come up on a big fight, I think he'll be in a tremendous position in this game. He's way ahead in supply.
He's got Chitinous Plating just about to finish. A couple of Ultras just popped. That's going to be 5 here. There's already 5 on the field. There's going to be a couple more in a second. A couple of Neural Parasites are going down, taking over the siege tanks. There was a good spread on the tanks, but it didn't matter because the sheer quantity of units was so low. And Sheth's going to have to kill that siege tank in a second. There it goes. But there's enough Infestors with this Ultra support that Sheth is going to be able to make a very, very powerful attack. Another attempt at a drop here for Rain in the top left-hand corner that will kill a few drones, but not going to do all that much damage. In fact, a few Zerglings being added to this force down here in the bottom right-hand corner, continuing to deny that third from Rain.
Yeah, and this is actually the second time that he's lost all of his tanks in this game, and that's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's very difficult for Rain to replenish that tank count. They're so valuable and expensive, and wow, Sheth continually denying this base in the bottom right-hand corner. Just doing a great job harassing when and where he can, and you know, Rain's really not in a good spot right now.
No. Especially with the economy that you already talked about out of Sheth. Let's take a look at the income tab, and that was even with a few mules that I heard drop down a bit ago. His economy is just not going to be there, especially with Sheth reestablishing this base that will get cleared up by a few Zerglings. I hope. No, it looks like Sheth is just going to go for the kill, and Rain really doesn't have all much to sit there and try and deflect this attack. The Ultras are eventually going to be able to do splash damage. A couple of nice neural parasites do fall, and these sea shanks are starting to do more damage to their own units than anything else.
SCV hold position micro
Beautiful.
is destroying Sheth right now. Those Ultralisks have been sitting in one spot as if they were frozen for like 20 seconds right there.
But even despite Rain's best efforts, no, that was a lot of Ultras that just rolled through there. As you pointed out, though, brilliant micro. Rain trying to do what he can to stem the tide of this attack. He's got a few Marauders just waiting so they can group themselves out and start moving against these Ultralisks. But there are just so many units. This base went down here to the right. No mining being done there, and Sheth is just causing so much damage. Up now by 100 supply. He finally cleaned up this drop in the top left-hand corner. Looks like it did actually take out that base, but he's going to be able to move really quickly up to that 5th with really no pressure.
Yep, and Rain just holding on for dear life here. He's been reduced to all but one base. This is his last mining base, and a few Ultras are going to work their way in. He's not going to be able to get a repair surround. And boom, with that PF falling,
boom goes the dynamite.
I believe Rain will be falling any minute now. One more reinforcement wave from Sheth, and we see a bagillion Zerg units on the way in the production tab. Actually, 11 infestors.
Yeah.
And that's on top of his already, I don't know how many he has on the field right now, but quite a few.
He's taking bases everywhere now, and that unit production is still so good, as you mentioned before, and he's doing this off of only 68 drones, but of course he's reduced Rain now down to 7 SCVs. And 7 SCVs, especially mining the gas that he doesn't terrifically need at the moment, is not going to be enough. And here we go. Sheth going to make his way back down for one more big push in a second. Defensive position being established for Rain, except for this siege tank, which is just kind of butting into its buddy for a little while. And we are going to have... I don't want to try and call the game early, but I suppose that is probably going to be the last engagement once Sheth remaxes and then musters out with all of his forces.
And oh dear. Sheth has a lot in mid right now. His army is... a force to be reckoned with. Adrenal glands now on the way for Sheth. He actually forgot that upgrade. Didn't even need it.
Yep.
Just now getting that.
Yeah, he didn't have a ton of lanes in. I mean, proportionally, he had a ton of infestors and a good number of Ultras before he moved out. Perfect fungal growth going down. The Bioforce was taken out, and Rain has been defeated, I think, for the first time in Team Arena?
I believe so.
Wow. Yeah, extremely